Okay, is this microphone working? I hope so. It's hard to tell if no one's responding in chat because no one's watching it. It's interesting how difficult it is to tell. Oh, hi, Dor. It's difficult. Twitch doesn't always want to tell me how many people are watching. I assume it's kind of cagey about it to make me feel better about myself. But it's often quite hard to tell if anyone's watching. I like to sit at the option screen. That's my favourite way to begin. Oh, hi, Alex. Are you all watching this Twitch stream through a Discord stream? Because if so, that's fantastic and very Cyberpunk. When I first started it up, it told me I was a tuber and asked me, what did it say? I can't remember. There was some important option it asked me. Probably gave me a dyslexia warning, not dyslexia. Thanks, Alex. I wouldn't want too many people watching my video. That would be terrible. Right, let's go. I guess character creation's going to take forever. I don't trust this game to not be shonky enough to play on hard, so I think I'll play it on normal. If I trusted the game to be well balanced, I might give it a go on normal. Right, what do we got here? Select V's life path. I guess V is me. Some events dialogue options in the game will be different depending on your choice. I could be a nomad who roams the Badlands. Okay, so that's the Gorkamorka choice. I can be a street kid. Or a corpo. Ooh, I don't know actually. Yeah, I'll be a corpo. I think that means I'm a baddie. But the other two don't seem like baddies either. Oh, sorry, the other two seem quite like baddies too. Right, I'm going to be a corpo. Okay, body type. I'm not sure about this. Like, I get where they're coming from, and it's positive in a sense. Your appearance may affect the behavior of other characters. I mean, I guess in the context of it being 2077, I suppose, like, if you're going to make any sort of rando argument about how in the medieval period it would be strange for transgender people to exist, then you have to use the flip side of that argument and say in 2077 it'd be very weird for non-transgender people to exist. So yeah, fair enough. Oh, so I'm a big fan of Cyberpunk, and I specifically have some fondness for the Cyberpunk 2020 setting, and I have the old RPG book, but there's a tone to the way it's written that really sets my teeth on edge. So where it says there, looks at everything, the whole of the RPG book is written in that tone. Yeah, thanks, Tor, thanks. Yeah, I don't want my ego getting out of hand. That's a pretty sweet preset. Should I try and make my my ridiculous rock band character? Other characters will refer to V with male pronouns. I can change my skin tone. I can change my skin type. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't have any particular character in mind here, but I think I should probably try to make Tim Jack. Except I'm called V. So I had my character in Rock Band and Saints Row is like me, except if I was much cooler and also a punk and also a total washout. Oh, that's beautiful. I can't rotate. Oh yeah, I can rotate with Q and A. Can't rotate with the mouse though. That's looking good. Can I do tips? That's the important thing. What are my hair color options? I can do, oh, that's a bit poor. I can do like pink fading to blue specifically, but I can't choose two colors at my discretion. That's a shame. I would have expected two different colors. Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't know anything about this game. Is this going to be something that that Kitty can't watch because it's inappropriate? Kitty's very delicate and has to be protected. I like some dreadlocks. That's my corpo look. There we go. Look. He looks like he stepped straight out of a boardroom. Okay, we're back to the start now. So it's quite a lot. And you can't. Oh, it's interesting. There's no select. I guess it's quite difficult to design an interface that shows you all the haircuts. I think I'm going to go for those hanging dreadlocks. I think I probably won't spend forever playing with the face editor because I'm terrible at it. But I will make myself pasty. That's not pasty. Yeah, pasty. Ugh. Wow, that is... There's a variety of fairly unhealthy looking. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's the skin option I've got selected. But he doesn't look healthy, does he? Guess that's probably what I want. What was it? Skin type. Yeah. Need someone who looks extra corporate. There we go, that'll do. Ooh, weird. I expected that to change the eye colour. That's quite neat. I've not seen a system that uses presets like that, where you just select... presumably I can tweak that in incredible detail later, but it seems to be moving between like morphed presets. Let's give him... Oh, kind of exciting cyber eyes. Do I want cyber eyes? Yeah, I probably do. No, that's too much. There are body parts, Store says. That sounds intimidating. Yeah, there we go. Let's go for some basic spider eyes. Not spider eyes. That's a spider eye. No, that's too much. Basic bionic eyes. I guess it does. I've always been a bit... I've never quite understood customizing eyebrows, because it does make a difference to the shape of the face, but it never seems very impactful. Eyebrow colour, that's fine. Nose. That's strange watching it morph like that. I've played with a lot of character creation systems. I've not seen one that works quite like this. It's cool. They've put some thought and time into that. I think I just like this straightforward. That's reasonably like my nose. I don't do character creation in like a silly way, but I try to avoid falling into the trap of making a character that looks too sensible, which I think is where my inclination lies. Like, just sort of erase away anything with any sort of character to it or irregularity to it is very much my instinct. And I try to avoid doing that because I'm aware I do it, but can't really see his jaw under his beard. I think that's fine with how it is, I think. Alex, I need Caroline's feedback on this. I imagine she wants me to make something way more radical. Oh yeah. Why has it changed colour? Let's go with that for now and see how it turns out. Let's get rid of piercing. Piercings is too far for me. I'm not keen on having facial piercings. Don't know. It's funny that it's interesting thinking about the relationship between like your character and your self-image. Don't know how to. Like, people make characters that either represent them or represent like an idealized version of them, or in some cases like an idealized lover or something like that. But then Like, to me, I don't want to play a character with piercings, even though I guess it's sort of, in some senses, a sort of parody of me, and if it's my rock band character, it's a nonsensical parody of me. So in that sense, it sort of represents me, but not in any coherent way. I can have scars that enhance rather than detracting from my beauty. I like that. I've been run over by a car, look, that's great. Or is that a boot print? I guess you can't really tell, can you? I think I'll go for that and see what the overall look is. Tattoos. That's a Takashi 69 look, and crosses. Excuse me. Don't think I especially want tattoos. See if anything really cool comes up. It's a bit naff. Nah, that's fine. There was a cyberware option. Right, what's this do? Alright, yeah. I'm quite enamoured of my Shadowrun character that I played last time I played Shadowrun. That's quite... I like this subtlety of this, it's good. It's kind of... tiny little bit robot-y, but not crazily so. Caroline has no idea what to do because I'm making a man character and she's not interested, right? Fair enough. That's quite subtle. I like that. I can imagine that being covered up by a high collar, but teeth, normal teeth, metal teeth, bronze teeth, copper teeth, pink teeth. That's grim. I think we'll just go normal teeth. Oh, makeup. Wait, what was he wearing? Just a very subtle. Wait, what's it called when it's on the eyelid? I don't actually know. Yeah, oh, there we go. Now we're Tim Jacking it. Now I'm looking washed up. Too far. So the continuing adventure of Tim Jack, he was originally in a rock band, and then he became addicted to, I don't know, lollipops or something, got locked up in jail, came out, started a criminal gang. Now it's 70 years in the future and he's become a robot and works for a corporation and has been run over by a car. Apparently. I take my RP quite seriously. I can't see any blemishes. It does look good, actually. I haven't commented, like... I mean, I wasn't expecting this to run particularly well on my PC, but you know, it's a good-looking face. Like, it looks real. I mean, I guess there's a slight twitchiness to it, and I don't have my settings up as far as they could go. Nails. Cute. That's fine. Nipples on. Oh, no nipples mode. Oh, you can go nipple this. Oh, I don't know. It's a big decision. Do I have nipples? I guess I can be a clone or something? Scars. Can I continue the whole I've been run over by a car theme? No, it doesn't look like it. Genitals off. It seems inappropriate somehow. I think I might continue with genitals off. What? Does that mean I don't have any genitals, or does that just mean I've chosen to wear pants? I'm unclear. Has he got... Oh, I see, he's got something on his back. That seems very... Whatever scarring number 1 is very subtle. Yeah, I'll keep that, it's fine. Oh, is it surgical scars? Is that what that is? Yeah, that's good. Have a bit of cyber. You know what I mean. Yeah, let's leave genitals off. Oh, hi, Chaplain. Caroline liked my lip liner. Well, it's in my RP. I'm a human who was born like to a mother and stuff, so I feel like I should have nipples. That's just my feeling. Yeah, I'm assuming. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a good streamer option, does it? Right. Let's carry on and see what happens. Oh, skills. Right. Okay. This is where the RPG mechanics start, and I start to get irritated. Right. Each attribute contains a set of skills. Both attributes and skills provide different bonuses depending on your style of play. Skill levels increase as you perform activities associated with them. Maximum level of a skill is limited by the level of the attribute they're on. That sounds familiar. That sounds like the attribute. I could go and get the rulebook, but I think it's probably not worth it. But so wait. So these are these the skills or are these the attributes? These are the attributes. Right. So I'm setting my attributes, and then under my attributes, I'll set my skills. That's that's interesting. So your skills are limited by your attributes, which is kind of the opposite of how it often works in RPG systems, where normally you would have an attribute. Well, I say normally, but like in a lot of systems, you would have what they're calling an attribute, like a core thing like strength, and then also some sort of skill like shooting a gun, and then you would add the two together or something like that. So you can be bad at something, but then also very good at a specific subspecialization. Whereas this one's the other way around, whereby, you know, if you're not naturally smart, you can't be that good at smart skills. It's interesting, sort of, what that's communicating about the world or the ideology that people are making it. Right, so what have we got here? Body, which I guess is sort of strength. Yeah, force open doors, increased health and stuff. Oh, is this going to be like Vampire, where I get punished for playing anything that's not just a straight fighter? Let's have a look. Intelligence is net running. I wasn't planning to be a hacker. I don't know whether you're allowed to not be a hacker. I don't know if that's just a mandatory part of the game or not. I guess it's probably something I do want to experiment with. Reflexes is movement speed, crit chance, and increased damage from mantis blades. That sounds good. That's presumably blades that come out of my hand. I wonder if they'll be useful. Technical and cool. Cool increases your crit damage, because of course it does. Well, why don't we just put some points in everything and see what happens? I don't want my spare points. Technical. I guess we'll find out in a second what the other skills are. If that's is that a stealth thing? Yeah. I probably want that then. I mean, assuming this game is balanced anything like other similar RPGs, which it might not be. Oh. Few leave the corporate world with their lives, fewer still with their souls intact. You've been there, you've bent the rules, exploited secrets and weaponized information. There's no such thing as a fair game, only winners and losers. There I am. Convincing corpo. I like him, he's great. Is the sound balance okay? Is this the loading screen? Oh yeah, is that it in the top right? Yeah, okay, that looks like it's taking a while. I should probably turn it up at my end actually, I can't hear it very well. Jenkins is waiting for you in his office.
V, you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on a bender.
You alright?
Fine. Just
got run over by a car.
Breather.
Sounded like you blew your guts airlock.
Yeah. I barfed. It's just stress.
Esa chamba te va a matar.
Someone turned coke, gave up. So I'm intrigued now. Normally I would assume that I'm just choosing how much information to be revealed, but I'm slightly traumatized by that Indiana Jones game that Alex made me play years ago, where depending on which dialogue you choose, that depends on what actually happened. Everyone's a critic.
Yeah. Maybe I should have gotten a safe one, like you did.
Hey, at least I always know who's shooting at me. Sometimes even why. Anyway, what's going on?
Is there a problem? We had a leak. My boss called. Dragged me in because we had to intervene. Everyone at Night City HQ is on edge.
But no way you're fucked, right? You're the one who fixes other people's shit.
Jackie, if you work in Arasaka counter intel, you're always fucked. Don't worry about me. I'll manage on my own.
Buena suerte.
First time in Night City, pay close attention to the tutorials to learn more about the basic mechanics of the game. Or if you're already an experienced edge runner, feel free to disable hints. Go to the database at any time during the game to access tutorials. Oh. I'm super experienced. Okay, mouse sensitivity's a little low. Try that. Oh wait, hang on, did I? No, third person controls, alright. Let's see if that's any better. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I've gone on a job and the job's gone bad, but now I'm in the bathroom. I don't know. I definitely chose right choosing Corp. I was looking for a Cyberpunk experience in Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and it took like 20 in-game hours to get to something that looked like this, so this is a good start as far as I'm concerned.
An Arasaka investigation eliminates a terror cell in Rio de Janeiro, ending a string of attacks and activities. 2076.
They're trying not to look like a tourist.
Intelligence Division effectively secures a corporate summit in Jakarta, foiling 45 plots to attack and sabotage it.
And the birth of Saburo Arasaka. From an early age, Saburo was heavily
The guy in red looks suspicious to me.
Christ, V, you were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Quickly demonstrated the work ethic and
Got held up, but I'll be right there.
There's time limits on everything.
That Abernathy bitch will probably dump it in our laps. Hanging up. I'll be in my office. You hurry up.
Enlisted as a pilot in the Nippon Kaigun, the Japanese Imperial Navy. By the age of 23, he had already achieved.
I mean, the game's not crashed yet, so that's a good sign. Apparently there have been some technical concerns.
Confirmed aerial victories. He forever will be honored as one of the Imperial Army's most accomplished.
Now we're evacuating the rest of our facilities in that part of Europe.
I'm honestly struggling a little bit to follow what's happening.
Mr. Jenkins asked for you. He's in his office.
I'm not sure if that's just because I'm not properly paying attention or if it's confusing.
It's been ages.
Oh, hi, friend.
It's me, Frank. We met during Icefall. East Coast, remember?
I didn't know you were in Night City. How have you been?
You know how it is. A week ago, I was still in Cape Town. I heard you're in counter intel. Must have a shit show on your hands right now after Frankfurt. Jenkins is your lead, right? Is he what everyone says he is?
What's everyone say about Jenkins?
That he's effective. Like any psychopath. Apparently, he's gone a little crazier lately.
Hey, he's in a tough spot. The director was supposed to greenlight his promotion when the Japanese arrived. She stabbed him in the back instead.
At least I don't have to read everything out in this one, that's good.
And you? Who
Not
do you
sure how
work
about
under?
streaming an RPG though.
Abernathy. She's really good. Came up with the whole Cape Town ploy on her own.
Abernathy. The bitch who burned my boss in the promotion to Spec Ops Director.
You know how it is. Things happen.
Yeah. They do indeed.
So it's dumped me in. There's a distinctive style of RPG storytelling, which I'm quite fond of, where it's kind of dumped me in and assumed that my character knows information that I don't know.
Tell me about the op in Cape Town.
Which I much
Operation
prefer to
Cargo.
like,
You know about it?
as you know,
Arming
or
local
having
conflicts in
amnesia
Africa.
or something.
I didn't know that was you.
It was me. We dumped crates full of rifles into the ocean. They had to be pulled out using borrowed fishing boats. Same old circus, but hey, that's how wars are won.
Listen, sorry, in a bit of a rush right now. We'll talk another time, okay?
Sure, sure. Good seeing you again.
He seems like someone who's probably going to try and kill me in about an hour and a half's time. That would be my guess. She got no face. Or are they just weirdly positioned glasses? That's disturbing. They don't like me criticising their face, so they've turned off their window.
Emergency protocols active. System security confirmed.
Don't look, but that's him. Jenkins' boy.
This is very
Please
Deus Ex.
enter the antechamber.
It's good though. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for in a Cyberpunk game.
Visitor authorization granted.
Are you online? Have a seat, V. Be right with you. We have to handle this voting issue before we lose our bases in the sea of clouds. They're about to begin. What's the situation? Yeah, just as we thought. You know what to do. Start now.
Interesting.
Director Abernathy.
I watched the vote. What the hell was that?
A deep clean after the shit Frankfurt dumped on us. As we agreed, I got rid of the problem.
I told you to resolve the problem, not massacre the European Space Council. Do you understand what the cover-up will cost?
We would have lost the license. Now we gained a week. That's a win.
Path of least resistance always. No nuance. Has you written all over it. We're not done talking about this.
I hate that bitch. I always have.
Always, meaning how long?
Before Night City, we worked on an assignment in Osaka. 2 years of subterfuge. She spent them digging a trap for me. When she became director of Spec Ops. And that's when she finally shoved me in it. Now she's holding a gun to my head to make sure I don't try anything. But she won't pull the trigger because she needs me. I do what she doesn't have the guts to do.
Divide and conquer. Effective strategy.
Effective. What would you do in my position?
I don't know actually. I do. It's intriguing to think about the state of the culture war at the moment. That it seems obvious to me that he's unsympathetic and Abernathy's actually quite sensible, and he's ultimately going to end up being a baddie. But my instincts might be completely off there, and I'm actually supposed to sympathise with him, even though he's an asshole. I'm actually not sure. There's not much you can do.
Honestly,
please.
There's not much you can do. She's got the Night City board on her side. If she wants you out, well, you understand.
I do. Seems we see eye to eye on this issue.
So he's walking on a fixed path rather than like trying to AI route around me or something. Which, I mean, some people I guess probably look at that and would interpret it as lazy, but I think it's the sort of thing I'd rather not devote resources to.
A data shard.
Proof of my trust. Go on, take it. It's what I've collected over the past weeks. Biometrics, trauma team card, names of her closest associates. Driver, chief of security. Lover, lover's husband. Everything. Use it, and make sure Abernathy won't be a problem anymore. Said it yourself. She's left me no choice.
What'll happen if I refuse?
Don't ask stupid questions. This isn't a request, V. We seem to understand each other. Take this, too.
Cred ship transactions are traceable. Paper disappears as soon as you spend it.
What can I say? Use this money only, find the right people for the job, no corporate affiliation. And for the core task, use someone you know inside out. Are we clear?
Yeah, I think we're clear.
Good. In that case, I'll await your report. And good luck with it. I have my AV waiting outside. It's yours to use. And don't disappoint me.
That's a really interesting setting
Jenkins,
point that they still have paper
counterintel.
money. Wait, did he just give me like a random bark?
I need an analysis of the legislative
Oh, no.
procedures for lunar-based licenses.
He's accessing his wireless computer, but I couldn't tell.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes, to Sea of Clouds.
I like that.
Black clinics. Operating outside of the jurisdiction. Of course.
Let's go look out the window.
No, not yet. We're just exploring options.
I can't remember where Night City is. So this is an established setting, which is quite interesting. So there was an RPG game and Netrunner, the card game, the original Netrunner card game before it got rebooted by Fantasy Flight, was set in this setting as well.
I have those reports you asked for.
They were supposed to be ready yesterday.
I know, but I have them now.
Send them to my inbox, and you and I will have a word about this later.
Read the report on my
Hey,
turn.
B, you alive? How's things in the Viper pit?
Viper pit. Couldn't have said it better.
You in some trouble?
Not yet. Right now, I just need a soul I can trust.
That kind of sounded like a yes. Meet me at Lizzie's. Be there in an hour.
I need your stamp on something. It's possible one of our assets was exposed.
I do like this style of storytelling, but it's quite dense. Like, it's just constantly harassing me with things that I don't know what they are, and then expecting me to express an opinion on them. It kind of forces you into the mindset of being a role player immediately. Which, yeah, it's a style I quite like. I don't think we could get away with it on RuneScape, to be honest. I think it would be too player hostile.
Is it Frankfurt again?
No, different issue. Local.
Tell me, quick version.
Our agent at Biotechnica suspects they might be onto him. They recently granted him red security clearance. That's top. He's been fishing for dirt, but it's been slow.
Your point?
They're clean. Like we run orphanages clean. Bleach server clean. We suspect they flagged him and are feeding him phony data. Should we greenlight exfil or let him keep looking?
Projected risks?
Limited threat to life. Not Biotechnica's style. Blackmail's possible. Leveraged against false accusations in the media. The guy has kids. He'd crack.
Pull him out, but calmly. Don't raise any eyebrows. Otherwise, they'll catch on.
Jenkins will be livid.
I'll handle Jenkins.
Understood.
Okay, so I'm not just a field agent. Apparently I have some authority here as well. If there's a whole massive amount of text here, I'm not going to try and read it. I can open the drawer. Why don't I take my trauma team card with me? Weird. Advert. High levels of cortisol. Hormone blocker usage is prescribed for 2 weeks. Okay, so he's addicted to hormone blockers. Or taking them too much because he's dependent on them. Operation Wormy Apple. New Rainforest. It's we went through this a lot with Doom Eternal, right? But like, it's quite a lot for a game to ask you to be invested enough to read a lot of text straight out the gate, especially after, like, I mean, obviously if you're in the mindset of a text-based RPG and you've sat down to read a lot of dialogue, then you're obviously much more so in that mood. But the presentation so far hasn't left me wanting to read lots of written text. I like this design. I've tried to draw cyberpunk interiors, and I'm not in any sense an artist, let alone an environment artist. But it's intriguing that to draw a compelling cyberpunk interior, you kind of have to fill it with meaningless noise. Like it's very much the aesthetic that all the walls are covered in nonsense and all the furniture is nonsense and there's computers everywhere for no reason. Even though computers ought to be getting smaller, instead the aesthetic is that everything's covered with them. So I work for Arasaka, which, if I remember correctly, and it seems fairly obvious from context, is a huge world-spanning mega corporation. I think in Cyberpunk, Arasaka are like the one big corporation. I don't think there's a battle between multiple. I think they're the largest corporation by a very large margin, although I may be mistaken.
They'll be searching for dirt on us now.
Lunar bases are huge to them. They won't forgive us for this.
It's interesting that they've chosen to put text above people's heads rather than have it pop up at the bottom of the screen. I actually really like that. The convention I'm used to, I think that may be how The Witcher does it, but the convention I'm used to is that it appears at the bottom like subtitles. But actually putting it over people's heads sort of suits... I mean, I think they could have done a better job of like integrating it into a cyber HUD element, so it's like I was, you know, seeing it assigned to them on the HUD. But it gives me a better indication of who's talking, whereas often when you overhear something and there's subtitles, you can't necessarily tell who's talking. There's probably more to explore here, but I'm just going to go get on with things. I like the aesthetic so far, but not to the extent that I want to stay in this building for hours.
The world's going to tear us apart when the word gets around.
The world's never going to find out.
Guess they're talking about the Space Council thing?
If you do know the truth, they won't know it for long.
Chaplin said... It seems like Fallout style. Here's a terminal with 7,000 words of backstory. Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. My feeling is fairly strongly that the story should be able to work without reading lore books. It's just lore books. Like, the point of a lore book is to, like, if your attention has been caught by something, like, oh, I want to know more about that. I want to, you know, they've intrigued me with a piece of plot, and I want to learn more backstory that's not part of the main quest. Then I can then go back and learn more about it. I tend to be quite bloody-minded in these sort of things, and especially while I'm streaming, I think reading lore books is probably not good use of time.
Please provide your destination.
Bring up district analytics.
Increased NCPD presence and activity has been reported in Haywood. No official statement has been forthcoming. Intercepted radio communications suggest MaxTac has been sent to the area. A widespread power failure has been reported in Santo Domingo. All other districts exhibit activity within expected parameters.
Destination, Lizzie's Bar.
Is that where he said to go?
En route.
Broadcasting with a breaking story for you. A conference of the European Space Council screeched to a grisly halt following a failure in the neural stabilization system. 5 European Space Council members are dead, while 3 remain in critical condition. Authorities are still looking into what might have caused this shocking incident. The council members were all wearing Biotechnica-provided devices. The corporation's representatives have, as yet, refused to comment. Our reporter is on the scene. We'll have updates on developments as they come to light. Stay with N54 News for the latest.
Kind of intrigued to see the other intros now. I'm guessing... I don't know if are they different plots. I assume not. I assume they're different, like origin story type things. Three mouths, one desire. What?
Hello, V.
Yes? We weren't scheduled to connect till the end of the week.
Quantified Satori received notification of a somewhat troubling biometric reading. I felt I should call. Is everything in order?
I'm dealing with a temporary nuisance. Nothing you should worry about.
Just think back to our last session. The neuromotor relaxation exercises 3 times a day. They'll soothe and lift your spirit. I know this.
Sure, okay. See you later.
Yeah, so this setting is very... I mean, it's interesting that all the Cyberpunk settings have had to, like, push their date forwards. Shadowrun did the same thing, where it used to be set in the early 21st century, and now they're set in the late 21st or early 22nd century, because we've now... So Cyberpunk was originally called Cyberpunk 2020, and we've arrived in 2020, which is kind of why I want to play it this year, even though apparently it's quite buggy, because I assume there won't be any major patches until next year.
No designated landing site has been detected at the destination.
Find a spot close to the bar, as close as you can. Fuck procedures.
Initiating landing sequence based on new parameters.
But yeah, this is very, very Blade Runner. Like, Blade Runner was kind of like the aesthetic of the 80s projected forward on the assumption that Japanese culture was going to become very dominant in America.
We have arrived at your destination.
And this is very much using that aesthetic,
problem,
which is...
Psycho Suit? Does it look like a landing pad to you? Could have fucking crushed us.
Out of my way.
Okay, so I had the option to attack them.
Who the fuck are you to say that to me?
Arasaka counter intel. We done here?
So I could have attacked them, but I chose not to. Interesting that there was no sort of social test or mechanics or anything. I feel a little bit bad about landing my car in their basketball court. Could have at least parked it at the other end. I guess I don't have the right attitude for corporation work. Just, you know, there's no point antagonizing people, right? They're probably gonna spray paint the car now, and then that's gonna cause them no end of trouble with the boss.
Couldn't use the front door like everyone else?
Keep an eye on the AV for me, will you?
I don't get paid to do that.
I wasn't asking. I'm not a scratch on it when I get back.
Welcome to Lizzie's.
Pretty sure I went to this club in Deus Ex. I assume that's not the way in. What kind of motto for a club is that? I recognise that picture. I think that's from the RPG source book. Had a load of slightly tacky art in it. It's weird when stuff from your childhood suddenly pops up.
Try that new one?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, Jackie's my friend, right, okay. Right, now I remember why I'm coming to a club. I thought I was like, aren't I supposed to be finding information on that woman? No. This is, most games have a club like this, but this one actually, this is the first one I've seen that has the sort of size of a club and it has enough people in it to feel like reasonably convincing. That's good. Good job there.
You don't come here often, do ya? It's good to see you, Cabron. Now sit down and tell me what's got your shorts in a knot.
Oh, is the stream choppy? That may be a problem at my end. I'm not sure what to do about it though.
Gonna be long?
It's good to see you too, Jack. How you been?
Tell me if it gets worse or
Got
better.
sparks flying between the Valentino boys and Maelstrom. Eddie's there for the taking, as long as you don't get flatlined. You know how it is. Can't complain, but we ain't here to shoot the shit about me. Let me hear about this problem of yours.
Jackie, before I start, this stays between us.
Por supuesto.
I'm serious. This thing, it could ruin me.
So could I. You do realize who you're talking to, right? The guy who's done this before.
Is that less choppy now?
Remember what happened in Mexico?
Sorry about
the
that.
Border? Keep one word.
I know, you saved my ass. I've worried about the cartels that gotten out.
But it didn't. And this won't either. That's why you came to see dear old Jackie.
I guess it's worth thinking for a moment, like, I should do more analysis. I don't normally stop while I'm playing. Like, I have, like, instincts and stuff, but I don't normally stop and, like, consciously analyse what's happening. No, it's not been choppy while I'm playing. It must have just been the stream that was choppy. It's actually running surprisingly well. I thought it would really struggle. I'm trying to upgrade my computer, but all the parts I want aren't in stock yet. And I'm slightly concerned that after Brexit I'm not going to be able to get them, or not going to be able to get them for a reasonable price. So anyway, sorry. So in the game so far, it's dumped me in. It's dropped a lot of lore on me. I know bits and pieces of the setting, but I don't think anything. Like, everything's super tropey and stereotypical, right? There's a giant corporation, there's a club, there's a city with a fairly vague name. It's given me a clear objective. I don't particularly want to pursue that objective, so that's left me with it's set up a situation where I have an enemy that I've got to go and do something to. I don't like my character. My character's a dick. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do anything about that. I just have to play as a dick the entire time. I don't want to do the objective I'm pursuing, and I don't know whether that's set up an intentional conflict so that I'm going to be relieved later when it turns out that actually Abernathy is my friend, or whether this is just going to continue asking me to do things I don't want to do.
Data shard. Take it.
It doesn't seem hygienic, does it? Now that I think about it.
Won't come cheap. It'll have to be done on the sly. No trail. Hard eddies only.
Got the money.
Full crew job for sure. Techie, maybe two. A runner with a gold-plated brain. And a driver with wheels from hell. Not to mention, a solo.
Huh. The piece I'm missing.
That what you need from me? My trigger finger to zero this lady?
Delicate situation, I know. That's why I need somebody I can trust.
Why is it complete?
This ain't no delicate situation, hermano. It's a hit job. Plain and simple.
You know how Arasaka operates. Or, okay, maybe you don't. This isn't a professional request I can refuse.
But I can. And I am. And you should too. Now, what do you say we liquor up and talk life? Gracias, mamita. Double tequila with grenadine and lime. Nothing better for drowning nerves.
To this.
Was that a toast? What the hell does that even mean? You raise a glass to your mama, your hermana, to the mamacita you'll meet at the bar, but this doesn't say a damn thing. To this. This job and all the rest of that corpo bullshit. You know what it is? Un pacto con el diablo. Been saying it all along. Sold your soul to those Arasaka fuckers. Today, they got you to zero somebody. Tomorrow, they'll get somebody else to zero you.
You think I have a choice? If I refuse, they take everything and leave me nothing.
Well, let them. They'll also take the fist they got gripping your balls. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty picky about who I let touch my balls. And Saburo and his matones, oh, they definitely do not make the cut.
Maybe someday. But for now, I'm still well within their reach.
You'll always be within reach. Always Hey, you lost? Got a problem?
V, is that right?
Did Jenkins send you? Don't believe I know you.
You don't, but we know you very well. Jenkins assigned you a task today. You'll share all the details with us.
I think there's a lighting filter that's appeared, and it wasn't there immediately, but is it just over my eyes? It's hard to tell. Yeah, it doesn't look great though. It's making their eyes look bad.
The data, immediately.
No, don't believe I will. That's between me and Jenkins.
Ugh, fuck! How you feeling? Pretty sharp dive, huh? Your access to company networks is hereby revoked. In 2 minutes, any company cybernetics in your possession will cease functioning. Give us the data you received from Jenkins. This will conclude termination procedures.
How the hell did you find out?
That is not your concern. The data, now.
Information's on the shard.
Smart choice.
We done?
With the formalities, yes. But I think Abernathy would gladly up our fee for ridding her of a piece of rot like you. Stand up. You're coming with us. Come on, move it.
I think you fellas might have forgotten just how far from home you are. I'm not sure this module's your style, let alone a healthy option. Queda claro.
Is that a threat?
You start shooting, maybe we join in, huh? Before you know it, somebody might die today.
We have what we came for. It'll do for now.
Dodged one there. V, how you feel? You all right?
I can't breathe.
Need help?
No, it's just withdrawal syndrome. Sort of. I think they cut off my hormone regulators. Biomon and SAT analysis system. Body's gotta adjust.
Hey. Should I get you to a Ripper? Or, I guess, maybe trauma team's on its way.
TT policy's gone, Jack. So are my biochem.
See, he's called Jack.
Company pad.
Jack's the best name, obviously.
I mean,
Uncle
they
V.
seized my bank
I should be
account.
called Jack.
Not frozen.
Jack's gender neutral, right?
Seized.
Jesus, these fuckers move fast. You sure you feel okay, though? I mean...
Give me a minute. Get my shit together. That'd be that, Jack. Just lost control of my life. Completely.
I'd say you got it back. You couldn't say no to them. So they said it to you. This is a turn for the better. You'll see. Besides, you haven't lost everything.
So that's it. It's interesting structurally. It's now put me in a situation where it sort of doesn't matter what I chose. I'm in a place that's not corporate affiliated. I've got a friend that's not corporate affiliated, and it's just sort of basically severed me from my origin. So I guess that's probably where the origin story section ends. And presumably, if I picked a different origin, they would also send me to this club to meet this guy who's my friend, and then that would also result in me not having anything to do with those people.
V, you still with me?
About to say I still have a friend? That's sweet.
No, dumbass. You still got that wad for the hit job, don't you? Probably some fat-ass chunk of cha-ching. Just right for a new start. That's right, fool. Buckle up. Hey, you hearing all right? You look so hot. V! Hey, hermano. Your new life? It starts now.
I mean, it's quick and efficient what they've done. They've just got me, you know. I did get to choose an origin, and they did put some effort into the origin story, but I don't know, it feels a little abrupt. Like, I don't feel like my choice has been respected.
Stanley here with you, and we got another day ahead of us in this city of dreams. Ooh, I love this town. Love it like you might love a mother who popped you out on the steps of an orphanage once, and now stops you to ask if you got a smoke for her.
I like it's a montage. That's great. I love that.
Every new day here means 100 new arrivals. But only half these consoles survive a year, and that's if it's a
I don't think I've ever seen a first-person montage like this before. That's great. I really like it.
Well, to be street samurai like Morgan, Blackhand, and Waylon Boa Boa. The greater the risk, the bigger the bounty, kids. Or so they say. But you can only be a Major League player for so long. The faster you live, the faster you burn out. If you don't get a bullet to the brain first.
It's fine, I don't feel pain since the car accident.
NC's legends. Know where you'll find most of them? The graveyard. Matters not where you're from. Matters not where you start. What matters here is the walk you walk. In Night City. The city of dreams.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, I feel like I think you could do more with that. Like, I didn't get to choose my favorite. It sounds silly, but I didn't get to choose my favorite T-shirt, right? Like, I feel like so far my choices have largely been disrespected.
Somewhere in this building. Probably crawling with the pendejos that kidnapped her. Eyes and ears open, all right? Speaking of which, got you a little something. Militech training shard. In case you need to brush up on your dance moves. Down for some target practice in VR?
Yeah, sure, let's do a tutorial.
Militech? Jack, we're talking classified military-grade shit here. How'd you get it?
T-Bug. And our girl made a couple adjustments.
Why? Think she knows better?
Nah. Said it didn't suit her, style. You'll see what I mean.
Sure. Why the hell not?
Alright, I'm in VR,
Let's begin with basic combat training. This session will be recorded for subsequent evaluation.
I mean, it's a bit of a clunky way to handle a tutorial.
This course is designed to reinforce
some
your
character,
fundamental combat abilities and hone your reflexes.
I feel like I'm being trained to be a
The
terrorist.
skills you gain here will help you survive, even excel on the battlefield. I will train you to be effective with firearms, to use stealth tactics to your advantage, and to hack into enemy networks. Because at Militech...
Man, Militech can't encrypt for shit. But they clearly got drill and jarheads in their blood. Now, Station 1, you maggot! Move, move, move! Hope you're ready to bust ass through this fascist playground. Let's blast through a tactical target practice program. You know, a little warm-up.
Okay, got a gun. It's yellow for some reason.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd find that too tough.
Okay, this is. I mean, it's not a great way to present a
notch.
tutorial, but they've added some character to it. That's fine. I haven't noticed if it actually did. It tell me to like hold right mouse button and stuff.
But it's more realistic if the target's packing iron. Quit standing around and take cover.
Nope. Press C to crouch. Okay, sure. Okay, so I'm not locked to the cover. I'm just
Use a
behind it.
reanimator to patch yourself up.
Okay, consumable quick slot. Sure.
Head to the training area when you're good to go.
So there was a mode.
Brought some tunes with him this time. You know what to do.
I'm not also popping out behind the top. Feels That feels weird and broken. Is he not dead? Combat's quite slow paced. I mean, it might not be representative of the game, but I assume it is. Yeah, I guess it's a little bit like an Animus. I mean, this is a standard VR situation, right?
Stand on the platform. Hacking's the next item on the menu. Might notice I tweaked the course.
No. Okay. Scan 2 objects. That's one. Hazards are red, hackable are green. Okay.
This training module will teach you how to apply technological tools to combat situations. Work a little hack magic on the screen to distract the guard.
Nope, that was a healing potion. What does it want me to do? Ah, there we go, okay. With the Cyberdeck installed, your scanner provides an additional interface for selecting quick hacks. Okay. Ping the network, that's cute. It's got some sort of cost, RAM cost. Data, screen, hacking, F, execute. Is that working? Oh, there we go. Oh, I have to X out that.
Corpo trash. Style over substance. Good. Now take him out quietly. All right, all yours. Take him out.
What's melee? Oh, there we go. Alright, I can kill or non-lethal him.
Never smart to leave behind any trace of your handiwork.
Yeah, let's dissolve his body.
Especially the dead kind.
Oh, okay.
Now pick up the body and hide it somewhere.
I like to take people out non-lethally and then dissolve them in acid. That's obviously the best way to go about things. Hide the body. Oh, is it got a trash bin to put the bodies in? Oh, that's good. Oh, that's a huge improvement.
Okay. Now try to take him down in one slick move.
Spent so much time in Thief trying to hide bodies. And I just like ramming them all into a tiny room and then closing the door. So to have a like an object built into the world to hide bodies in, I really like that. There's a sort of clumsiness
Think
to
you're ready to
body
try
hiding.
hacking some gonks in real time? Have fun.
What? Is that a camera? More advanced hacks allow you to use the environment to your advantage. So I can quick hack other enemies. They're robots. Alright. To upload the... Oh god, right, okay, so I'm now hacking a robot. To upload the iSpeak demon, you must recreate its code sequence by selecting characters from the code matrix. The characters you select will be visible in the buffer. Right. Breach protocol always begins with the first row active. Select 55 from the code matrix. Yep. Selecting a character from the active row will then activate the column it belongs to. Select 55 from the code matrix. The active area alternates between rows and columns. Select BD. To upload a demon, you must recreate its code sequence in the exact order. Okay.
Now, detonate the grenade.
Okay, so you have to sort of follow a path. Use detonate grenade to eliminate both guards. So because I've hacked the robot... Wait, but have I hacked both of them? I don't understand that. that seems effective.
See? Just needed to shut your
Oh, no,
brain
they're
down
robots, I
and
guess.
follow orders.
Doesn't matter
in
if
true
I'm playing on
Militech
lethally or not.
fashion. Under my wise command, you're a real champ. Take your spot on the podium. Not too shabby. Militech's algorithms put you on a decent run. Got additional modules if you want to hone any other skills. Or you finish up, Delta out now. But remember, the street's not going to give you any hints or second chances.
What else you got? Oh, stealth tutorial.
Need a handwritten invite? Right.
I've got
so
trauma
first,
from stealth tutorials.
Let's shape up those stealth skills.
Is that tag? Yep, tag all the guards. Its stealth design is really difficult. Have I done that correctly? What haven't I done? Ah, okay, I have to middle click them. I was glitching a lot for something in 2077. I guess that's part of the aesthetic as well. Okay, so pay attention to their pattern, except the pattern appears to be that none of them are moving. Can he see me? Yeah. When you enter a line of sight, find cover.
Find cover, quick! Nice.
Okay,
nice.
so this red thing filled up. Yeah.
Now
sure.
move slowly.
The
towards
UI
the
elements
exit.
are all tiny.
Stay
like
out of sight.
you can see this is made by an RPG developer if you compare it to Assassin's Creed. I'm not a huge fan of Assassin's Creed, but like their UI work is like very clean and clear.
Stealthy now, V. You ever relive a ninja BD? Just like that.
But those little eye icons are quite small. And a little ugly. Oh god.
Nova, well done. On to the next area.
Yeah, I totally stealthed that. No problem.
Now the same thing, only with...
Okay. Hi, Theo.
V, you're not a gonk-brained Militech recruit. Get moving.
I am an electronic delinquent, that's correct. It went to great pains to establish a backstory for me, which it then
Nice
ignored.
work today. Just
what we've
stand
done
on
so
the
far.
platform to exit the sim. All right, some advanced combat techniques for dessert. Then we wrap this party up.
Typo in techniques. Oh my god. Alright, let's do some more tutorial.
Time
it's
to get down and dirty in close quarter combat.
It's very cyberpunky, which is
Take
good.
him down, but careful. Looks tough.
Like it's very you know, it's built directly on this sort of 80s, you know, very 80s Blade Runner take on Cyberpunk. Oh, it's too strong for me. Enemies at higher level marked with a skull. Oh, okay, right, levels. Okay, this game has levels. Can free themselves from your grapple. Defeating them is difficult.
Okay, that'll do. Now maybe we find someone closer to your weight class.
Okay. For some reason I'm fist fighting with a robot. I guess that's the thing. It's not been buggy so far, or there's not been any weird glitches or anything like that. Like at one point someone's iPad disappeared for just a second, but that's a very minor bug. Okay. Was that a combo? Apparently not. Ah, there we go. Continuously attacking will drain your stamina. I'm assuming. So I didn't play The Witcher 3. I played the intro to The Witcher 2, like the tutorial. I'm assuming this is fairly similar to those mechanics. Okay, so I have stamina. So of course I do. Hit the blocking enemy 3 times.
Let's bump things up from easy to normal. This next fool can block your attacks.
Yeah. This is all pretty standard, like. But
dull bit coming up now. Blocking blows.
Yep.
Step dealer.
I think that because this kind of combat system is interesting because the basic mechanics of it are really, really simple, but whether it works well or not. Look at his walk animation. That's so cute. Whether it works well or not is kind of to do with how well it signals, like how pleasingly readable its, you know, the enemy's indications are. If you can see a strong attack is coming and dodge it, that's really satisfying. My reaction times are quite slow, so I struggle with this type of content sometimes. Okay. It's creepy. I don't like faceless robots. They creep me out. To counter-attack, press the block just before getting hit. Yeah, okay.
Now this fool loses his footing every time he swings. Use that. Get in there and land a counterpunch.
Why is it a robot when it's in VR? It doesn't need to be a robot. The dodge. Sure. Right, yeah, okay.
I like that. V, want to see this fool punch in air next. Don't let him land anything.
It's very disorientating the way it keeps resetting.
You've done well in mastering the way of the fool, young apprentice. I can teach you no more. This is the part where you face your final test. Let's move on to melee weapons.
Apparently I won.
Grab a sword.
Robots are Cyberpunk and VR is Cyberpunk, so what could possibly be more Cyberpunk than VR robots? Yeah, totally. The robot refused to... Oh, so someone had a bug where they just couldn't get past the section. He said your friend couldn't tag things either. Yeah, okay, that does sound like fairly serious bugs. Okay, well that's good if we've got through 2 major bug situations. Okay, I've got a katana. Because of course there's katanas. Why wouldn't there be katanas? I know what I want when I'm exploring the mean streets of 2077 fighting robots. It's a sword. It's definitely...
Good. Now show me what you've learned.
Oh god, right, okay. And a cyber deck. How do I hack? I can't remember. Suicide. Oh, insufficient RAM. Right, okay, so it wants me to do 1C and then another one. Oh, right, yeah, so it shows me it's going to do a column and then a column. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. It requires a little bit of thought. I like that. What does that let me do, though? Anything? Oh, now I can suicide him. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna block his bullets with my sword. Yeah, that'll help. I think there's a gun somewhere.
Good stuff. Looks like you're cruising already. Hop on the platform.
What's that? That's a gun. get to keep this gun. Do I have weapons? I guess not.
Good luck, V.
Theo said, I always get annoyed when robots in stories are basically portrayed as being too human. Yeah, no, that really bugs me. It's because writers aren't scientists, right? Like, people try and tell cyberpunk stories about robots and AIs, but then the story they tell is always Frankenstein.
Not bad, huh? Now we can get down to biz.
Will Kako give you any tips and tricks for the job?
I'm not your mother. Just do what I pay you for. It's easy work. Yeah.
Like, you can tell a good cyberpunk story about a robot that feels like a human, but you have to do quite a lot of work to set up why there's a robot that feels like a human. And too many of the stories are just like, if you build a robot that's sufficiently intelligent, it will obviously become self-aware, and also for some unknown reason in almost every story, we set it up to believe that it's a human for no reason at all. That's like the plot of so many cyberpunk stories. And it's like the human turns out to be a robot, but there was absolutely no reason to have the robot believe it was a human in the first place. Nier Automata's like that. Like Nier Automata, they don't believe they're human, but Nier Automata has all of these like emotional human-looking androids for absolutely no reason at all, with no explanation. Should I press the button? I guess. No. No. To wait for the door to close.
Target's Sandra Dorset. Target's biomon went mute a couple hours back.
Oh, the frame rate
Suspected
gone again.
abduction.
Is it still bad?
Target could have possibly flatlined already. Not sure you're in time.
Let me see if there's anything I can close. It goes choppy in cutscenes. Oh, right, that's bad. There's not much else I can close them. I suspect it's probably OBS can't keep up, given how much CPU the game is using. That would be my guess. Ugh. This is why I need a new PC. No, I don't think there's anything else I can meaningfully close. I've closed everything.
Great time, Bug.
Tell me if it's like
Sure, you're on phones, but
what am I? I don't remember.
Less part of this squad.
Squad. Charming.
Let me go and find out. How do I find out? It's called this computer now? What's my computer called now? They changed it to be my computer and then they changed it to something else. Isn't it called this PC or something? Hardware? Device manager. Will that tell me? No. So I'm sure there are some people that remember their computer specs, but I've got no idea. I tried to go to this PC. I'm sure it's called this PC now, but it doesn't bring anything up. Theo's saying, yeah, you wouldn't make a Roomba feel like a human. Yeah, that's the weird thing, right? Like,
Bug could at least try to be nice.
You want nice, supportive? Call a damn helpline.
Alright, well, tell me if the choppiness gets bad. Do I have a gun? Yes, I do. That's helpful. Good thing I just learned how to shoot a gun. I don't know that.
1237.
I don't feel like they've. It's fine, right? It's fine, but it's all very tropey RPG. Like, we've turned up on a job. Like, they've spent a lot of time establishing why the origin story that I chose in my character creation doesn't matter, which feels like, and I didn't, like, I learned a lot of information there that apparently isn't important. It dumped a load of lore on me and it forced me to pick up on, which is cool. I quite enjoyed that, but now none of that matters, and actually the game has just started now. And the game could have just started now. Like, the game could literally have zoned in here. I don't even necessarily need to have done character creation if I was locked to first person yet. It sort of doesn't matter. Nothing I've chosen matters. I don't even get to pick my name. So I feel like it's spent an awful lot of time giving me information I don't need before getting to the point.
Target should be inside, but I got 0 eyes on her biomon. Fingers crossed it's not too late. Ugh, I hate this life or death shit. Hurry.
Sorry, ma'am.
Try hacking the door.
What are we? I don't know
Think you
what
can
we
trip
are.
it on your own, V?
Edge runners, I think they said. I'm an edge runner. Can I hack it? I think so. I still don't understand what RAM is. I mean, I know what RAM is, but I don't know what it is in this context. I like this music. There was an option on. I went and looked for it in the options.
Are we fucking late? Is that her? Is that our target, V?
Sandra Dorset's protected under Echelon 2 Corpo Immunity. Our girl's top shelf. This one's packing black market Zeta Tech repros. Typical back alley fix-ups. Not our lucky gal. Let's keep looking.
I'm not worried though. Like, this dead body here, don't care. Fair enough.
Mira, eyes up. Pendejos ahead. Quiet, V. Baby steps, V. Enemies watching.
Sometimes it's enough to perform a non-lethal takedown.
Could have done that better myself.
There's another corpse in here. They're definitely going for like a grim take on it. That's fair enough.
Careful now.
Oh, a law book. Ripidox can replace your body. Immune response. Yep. Standard stuff. What's that? Max Doc Mark 1. Alright, yeah, medkit.
On your toes. 4 bodies incoming. They're almost on you.
The ceiling. What can I do with the ceiling fan? Distract them. Sure, let's do that. Am I supposed to be killing these people? Are they bad? It's kind of hard to tell. He's a hound, affiliated with the scavengers. He's a rat. I guess those are character classes?
That was bullshit.
Who's the shrinking violet? Is it you?
How dare you apply!
Do something with the eyes, V! You got this!
Scavs are still crawling. Clean it up, clean it out. Don't want to be bringing the target out under fire. Definitely not gonna slow
Wow,
down.
this is slow paced. How's the frame rate during combat?
I'll pull it together for fuck's sake!
Hey, V! Take cover! Now!
Take you to dumpster.
Rip up the shred! One fucker less!
The mouse feels a bit off. Oh, I think it's the iron sights. I wonder what happens when you die. It's choppier when walking around than in combat. Weird. That was strange. Oh, it takes a long time to load. You know what I remember? I remember Max Payne 1. Max Payne 1 instantly, when you died, it instantly reloaded, which was good because it was really, really difficult. Oh god, where's this profile? Oh, way back here. Okay. Okay, but it's established that there's loud music playing, so I could just.
Are we fucking late? Is that her? Is that our target, V?
I could just kill the first guy with a gun, and they wouldn't be able to hear because they're playing such loud music.
This one's packing black market.
So that's a nice detail that they've included for the first easy fight. That easy.
And the hell's ahead?
Does it have quick save? I wonder. There's a bunch of stuff in there that I missed.
Enemies watching.
To get into the habit of playing an RPG rather than an action game. So Deus Ex. I don't think I've really talked about Deus Ex much. There's the new Deus Ex, Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. Really irritated me with the way they handled non-lethal takedowns. Because they awarded more XP from melee non-lethal takedowns. And XP was quite valuable and quite hard to get. Can I quick save here? Is that a thing? Yeah, I can quick save.
On your toes. More bodies incoming. They're almost on you.
These Reapers. Oh yeah, they're coming. Wait for your chance. You'll prick off.
What the devil?
Hey, head down! With you in a sec!
Scavs are still prone. Clean it up, clean it out. Don't want to be bringing the target out under fire. And definitely don't want to slug the
I don't know. I'm not sure I'm enjoying it, but it has quite a good...
They got grenades!
Sometimes my interface is auto-translating, sometimes it's not. Like, it's quite difficult to aim while using iron sights. It massively slows down my mouse sensitivity. I'm accustomed to largely using iron sights all the time.
That all you got?
I mean, it feels like I have an option. It feels like I have an option to be able to not lethally, but that it would be quite tedious to do that. How much ammunition do I have? I actually see that. Whoa. Health pack? Wait, can I hack these guys? Oh god.
They got grenades!
It has real-time wireless hacking, which is interesting. Can I hack both of them at once? No, only one at a time.
Rip up the shred!
I don't know if there's a I don't know if they've made their own version of the setting. Because the version I know is from 2020. A lot of the nouns are the same, and the world seems basically the same. Guys are there? Should I just get a sword out? I don't think I have a sword.
That all you got? Go! Almost got me!
I don't know if I'm doing something fundamentally wrong, but this is a little tedious, to be honest.
Take this, cabrones!
I feel like they have about 4 times the health they really need to. I've played around a lot with combat balancing in Fallout.
Room he's in looks out on the balcony. Got a window on the left.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds to grease the lock.
Give me about 20 minutes to loot the room.
I'll do the rest.
Hang on,
Hack on the door's just cleared. Watch yourselves.
So there's a fundamental RPG problem here, right? This is action RPGs always have this issue where, okay, there's something fairly important happening right now by the sound of it, plot-wise, but I'm not touching it because I need to loot all this crap. This is important. This is what actually matters, and whatever contrived narrative situation that's going to wait for me to take my time doesn't matter at all. And there's always that weird conflict between scavenging everything in the room and getting on with your life. Oh. You seem like someone who wants to short circuit. Is that working?
Rip up the shreds! ¡Chingada madre!
Don't see any movement on the sensors. Looks like you got them. You're clear to go.
Shit, where the hell's our target?
Look around. Gotta be there somewhere.
Alright, pick up all the things. Okay, it's the kind of game where you can just pick up everyone's gun. I'm glad that they've got little icons on them. I need all these guns so that I can sell them to someone later, so that I can have more money than I can ever spend. That's very important. Far more important than reading law books. So I still can't figure out where my ammunition is. I can't see the bottom of my screen. Am I in the wrong resolution? Oh yes, I think I am, because I'm in Windows borderless. Oh god. How am I going to fix this? 1900 by 1080? Is that going to work? There, is that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay, now I can actually see the whole screen. Nope, still don't have ammunition though. Where's my ammo? Am I missing it somewhere? It's my health in the top left, I think. Is there just there's no ammo limits? So do I just have a gun? I mean, it is an RPG. Maybe I just have a gun. Pistol. 140 bullets. Is that what that's saying? Oh, my gun does extra chemical damage. That sounds good. It looks so goofy. He feels like a worthy successor to the Tim Jack legacy. Dor said, did you get punished for this in Human Revolution? Sorry, what do you mean? Like, punished for what? Running into a room and just blasting everybody? Because if so, yes. If you mean searching the room for loot, then yes, once at the start of Human Revolution, which is one of the worst design decisions I've ever seen in any game. It's fascinating. Like, it's like they completely forgot. So at the start of Deus Ex Human Revolution, you go to work, which is like the staple of the way the original Deus Ex worked, and then you show up to your office and they're like, go deal with this hostage situation. You go get a helicopter. You need to deal with it quickly. And then there's an entire office for you to explore, and you can hack and break into all of your friends' offices and read all their email and stuff. And if you dawdle for too long, I think it's a specific. I don't think it's time-based. I think it's based on whether you entered a specific room, but I could be wrong. It could be time-based. If you dawdle for too long, anyway, when you arrive, the hostages have all already been killed. But that's the only time the game cares about you taking your time about something. In the entire rest of the game, you're expected to take your time. And it's absolutely bizarre. Like, I don't understand why you would implement that in an RPG with, you know, implement a million, like, emails to read and rooms to break into and stuff, and then say, no, sorry, you can't. I love this kind of game where you can, like, afterwards, you can go, ah, if I was playing stealthily, I could have crawled in there and I could have gone through that little hole. And they never would have seen me coming if I'd done that. Pyrocynical said, it kills the game when the game waits for you to move to a new area before the plot progresses. A good goal to strive for is to make it feel like you're part of the world rather than you are the world. Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that take in general. I think that the way most developers think about that problem is completely backwards, though. Like, it's a pacing issue, primarily, right? The problem here is not that the game is waiting for me. That's fine. The problem is that the game is incentivizing me to dawdle. It hasn't... I mean, partly it's a game about collecting loot, right? So then there shouldn't be... If it's going to dump me in a room full of loot, it shouldn't put me... It shouldn't combine that with a situation where dawdling doesn't make sense. But also, like, it just, you know, if it is going to have a situation where we're in a hurry, there shouldn't be a room full of loot. And again and again and again, I see that done so badly, like... different variations on, you know, you're supposed to be taking your time, but there's one more secret in this level, so you know you have to stop and search for the secret, because if you carry on, you might not be able to get back again for it. That kind of thing, you know, over and over again. And the game really needs a way to signal to you, don't worry, you can rush through this bit. This is an exciting part, so don't worry about taking your time. Just rush through and enjoy it. And then later, you know, later you can get back to how do I get out of there? Later you can search and dawdle around when it's not an exciting part. But I can imagine, like as in the case with Deus Ex, right? Like the solution to Pyrocynical's complaint in a lot of developers, I think, is oh well, let's punish the player for dawdling. You know, we told them to hurry and they didn't, so let's punish them for that. As if that makes the game sort of more realistic. What is that? I get some sort of giant gun. An HMG. Oh, okay. Guess I'll just put that in my backpack. No problem. Tuck it up my t-shirt. Did I go in there? I can't remember. I'm not really stopped to think about the value of any of this stuff. I'll worry about that if I get to a shop. It hasn't, I mean, it's interesting, like, it hasn't done anything to communicate to me. Yeah, this art hasn't dated well at all. I mean, I didn't really like it in the late 80s, and it hasn't. This is art from the original rulebook. Sorry, I'm just gonna kick the random spammer. It hasn't. Yeah, that art. I'm pretty sure that picture and the one that's through there as well are from the Cyberpunk RPG rulebook, and it was kind of dated in the late 80s, and I don't think it's aged very well now. It's strange that they've chosen to use it. Oh, do I drop that when I? Oh, okay. I haven't put it on my t-shirt. Right. Okay, fair enough. That's no. Have I got any bullets? No, I don't have any bullets for it. All right. Fair enough. The day the tower fell. That sounds like really important backstory. I should read at some point. Oh yeah, the currency is $. I'd forgotten that. What's this? Guest 1. Oh right, okay, hang on. Some sort of news network. They've gone for a Doom style. So Doom 3, like Doom 3 used this sort of integrated interface, but I can sit down at the PC or I can prod it from far away. That's good. That's a good implementation. It's quite nice. There's a whole bunch of random stuff they've written. It's awkward that, like, yeah. I mean, like I've killed the pace already in order to collect everything, right? But it feels like it would be. Oh, I should probably quick save. It feels like it would kill the pace even more. To like stop and browse the web Jesus at this point.
Fucking Christ.
Oh, hello. Is that Sandra? Are you Sandra?
Shit, V. I mean, I got a stomach of steel, but this... this. I wasn't made for this shit, you know. Chop shops. What they do to people. Fucking scav psychos. No more jobs like this. Te lo juro por mi madre.
Think I got her. Got our target.
We make it? She alive?
About to find out.
V, jack into her biomon. Need to know what we're dealing with.
This does not look good.
She's in the tub of ice, crammed in with another. Fuck. Like slabs of meat.
Keep it together, V. If she survives, she won't remember a thing. Tiny scar on the subconscious, that's all.
Or people who live through shit like this get panic attacks. Without ever knowing why. You'd be sipping a glass of ice-cold water and suddenly your hand's shaking.
V, jack into her biomon. We need to know what we're dealing with.
Jacking in. Sandra Dorset, NC570442. Traumatine Platinum.
Platinum? Shit. Trauma should have swooped in if she sneezed.
Guessing they jammed the transmitter, Sig. Looking at a hacked biomon, firmware reconfig, or a neurovirus.
Carajo, T-Bug. You ain't seeing this place. This is tubs, ice, hooks, and cleavers.
Scott Muncher's hack, huh? Got an idea. Check her neural cord. Find a shard? Yeah, pull it. That'll be what's muting the biomon.
Theo said, are these people cyborgs? I think it's sufficiently far in the future that everyone has cybernetic implants, I think is usually the premise. It's interesting, it hasn't given me the choice, it's just said you are like that.
Is that even safe? Can't we just get her out of here?
We found her still breathing. Can't lose her. We need that biomon working, checking for hemorrhages, whatever. Find that shard and yank it.
Found the shard. Removing now.
Check the biomon. Anything change?
Greetings, Sandra. If you are conscious, assume recovery position now. An emergency evacuation unit has been dispatched and is due to arrive at your location in 180 seconds.
Biomon claims trauma will be here in 3 minutes.
Your premium plan will cover 90% of the projected costs of your rescue and treatment.
Pobrecita. Let's get her off that ice.
Jack, look sharp. Not done yet. Don't know who's out there.
Locked and ready, hermano. Do your thing.
I really ought to go to bed soon.
Oh, fuck!
He's flatlining!
V, need to know what's going on.
Jackie, air hypo! Fuck, this is bad.
Hey, catch, vato!
I think... Holy shit, it worked.
Fuera, cabrón. Get her outside.
Why are we rescuing her? Good thing I looted the place beforehand,
Get her
right?
out.
So the game's rewarded me for dawdling. Trauma team will be here in a second.
Landing, stand clear. Initiate security protocol. Follow all instructions. Stop in the doorway.
Wait by the door. It's cute. It's not shy about nudity, this game, is it?
Place the patient on the ground. Five steps back. Now.
TT-133 to control. Patient NC570442 secured. Stimulus being administered. 70 milligrams dopamine, 110 norepinephrine, 800 for Phenergen.
Trauma team's a really neat mechanic in the original RPG.
That'll get us to the garage direct.
Good work. Shit show's over.
Fuck all that furniture.
Cutting my wires
Hate
now.
furniture.
See you in the near future.
Listen, mano. I got this thing. Mind if I borrow your wheels? I got a date with Misty, but I can't take the metro. How's it gonna look for me?
Won't leave you hanging, Jack. But don't get used to it.
Right, I need to stop in a minute, I think.
My
So
ass,
to get to bed.
Thank you. How about I drive you home, huh?
She's all yours. I'm beat as it is.
I think I might leave it there because probably we'll start another massive cutscene if I go now. So I'm not sure when I'll have time to play a bit more, but I will. I'm quite impressed so far. Like I mean, it's solid, simple, linear RPG so far, right? And that's fine by me. I like this guy; he's fun. Like I like that in the montage we spend a lot of our time dancing together. That's a fun way to characterize someone. I don't really know what's going on or why. Don't know who the lady in my head is or why we rescued that woman, but fair enough. Feels like, how long have we been playing? Like an hour. Hour and 45 minutes. I feel like we barely started. Like, the fight was a little long. Yeah, anyway, alright, I better leave it there otherwise, because I've got to get up with the kids tomorrow. Alright, thanks for watching everybody. And good night.